right. So, all right, here we go. Hi Amazon. I'm Leah Little. Today we're going to talk about beauty and a few things. Really not makeup, mainly skincare, a little behind the scenes tips. With over 20 years on television and 20,000 hours of being live, I've picked up a few little things along the way, and I'm glad to share them with you. I get lots of questions about how do you do this or how do you do that, or today's not actually today's a perfect day to do beauty because this is pretty much a regular day for me. I haven't been able to wash my hair yet, and we're kind of doing all kinds of things on the fly, but that's life, right? That's how we roll. So here we go. So I'm going to give you a little preview of some of the things that we're going to do, and let me just show you if you want to have some of the best dry shampoo, we've got it coming up. We are also going to say a big hello to the Silk Infusion. So if you have dead ends, oh, I'm embarrassed to say it's been too long since those have been cut. Great little secret here for taking care of those. Will you click on the sheet as well? Jamie's here helping me. And what do we have next? The Prai. These are going to be great for fashion tape. This is going to be terrific if you want to secure a blouse in place, maybe a hem came out, whatever the case might be from the Hollywood Fashion Secrets. We're going to talk quite a bit about that because it's been a great help, especially if you are doing video work or you're in front of the camera and you need to, hold different pieces to it. We can do that for you. And, okay, one of my all-time favorites from Clarins, if you have more fair skin and you want to look like you have some dimension, you want to look like you have some contrast, this is going to be a terrific option from Clarins. It is a self-tanning milk, and I swear by it, especially in winter months. As much as I love the sun, when I go out into the sun, I slather down in sunscreen, but it's nice to just have that beautiful golden glow. So great answer here. We're going to be talking about that. And one of my favorites, always, if you are a woman of a certain age, then you may want to try out the Prai Ageless Decolletage cream. This is not only for those of us girls that are a few decades into our beauty regimes, but also is great to begin. You don't have to be, a spring chicken to start on it. Dallas is coming to say hello. You want to meet Dallas? Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come. Okay. Right here. Oh, I can't even pick you up. It's so heavy. Oh, there he is. Dallas. Can't hear us talking in the bathroom without coming to say hello, can you? Mwah. Mwah. Okay. Now, let's talk about more beauty. We won't do that. No. Let's take them back out. Come on, Dallas. Out you go. Out you go. Out you go. Will you ask Victoria to take Okay, let's move on. I'm going to talk to you about also my favorite skincare with Obagi. This is the cleanser that I've used for many years. Dallas, go. 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 Nothing like live. Come on. Go. Oh my goodness. So, nothing like working from home. I love this. So let me say hello in the chat room. I would love to chat with you and say thank you for being here. So let me just type that in as well. And all right. So what did we just share with you? So that was the Obagi. So I use both the cleanser as well as the toner. And thank you. And I love the foaming gel. So this is the cleanser I use almost every day, and then the toner goes right on top of it. And there's some other steps to Obagi, but those are sort of the key to the system. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then also the Estee Lauder Night Repair Cream. This has been a favorite of mine for years and years and years. Whether you use it underneath your eyes, whether you use it on the back of your hands, this is just, in my opinion, one of the best moisture repair systems that's out there. I put it right up there with my Prai system. So great solution there. Also, let's talk about these. These are, this might be the coolest little beauty gadget that I have found in decades. This is a little eyebrow shaper. So if you want to just do, maybe you are somebody, I do threading, but I haven't been to the salon to do threading in a long time. So this is a great little way to just get those little baby hairs right up along the brow line. And I'll show you how to use that in just a little while. So really cool gadget. All right, and then along those same lines, now for the last 33 or so years, I had acrylic nails. I don't now. That's because of how things have been changed in life. And so being without them, I was very glad to get some healthy nails back. No judging if you have acrylic nails. I still love them. I'm sure one day I will get them again. But because I had acrylic nails for so long, I found that having this great little clipper tool was really useful, because I found my cuticles being very dry and I just want to get in there like the pros. So I put that into our little beauty tips and tricks for you today. And what else are we going to talk about? We have, the oldest oil. If you ever want just to pick me up, this is an amazing oil that I have actually first discovered back probably 17 years ago with my massage therapist, and she would put it into a little cotton ball and put it into the face cradle as I was getting the massage, and there's something just so calm. I just feel my shoulders sort of like drop when I just take a scent of it. It's just a sniff of it. It's just amazing. So that is there in the carousel. We'll be talking more about that. And then also, okay, you want a really fantastically inexpensive good secret? Somebody turned me on to this years ago. I think it was somebody that I met, my hairdresser. I can't remember, but it is a fantastic moisturizer for your hair, and it's from L'Oreal, and it's Mega Moisture. And so if you are looking for an alternative to some of the things that you might use on a more ritzy sort of scale, and you just want something that's a really great deep conditioner on a budget, this is going to be a terrific way to go. So that's from L'Oreal, Nature's Therapy, and I like the Mega Moisture. Here, I'll just give you a little sneak preview. Look at that. Oh, doesn't it smell so good too? Oh, I love the way that smells. So that is the Nature's Therapy Mega Moisture. And finally, from my friend Laura, I think I'm going to be giving her a phone call because I'd love to do an Amazon Live with her and talk about this whole line of products. She actually put together this essential oil blend and customized it so that it was a blend that could help you fall asleep. And I have to tell you, I was cynical at first. I don't think there's anything wrong with being cynical about products. You want to see if they work for you. Some may work for you, some may work for me, some may work for both of us. This one, I was astounded. It literally helped me get to sleep. So if you want to read about it, Quiet Brain is the name of the product. You take the smallest amount and you put it right on the back of your neck. I'll show you in just a little while. And just before you go to sleep. I wouldn't do it right now. Although Laura says there are uses that you could have during the day, but I definitely find that it sort of de-stresses me and makes me much more calm and ready to fall asleep. In fact, it's almost like that oldest oil relaxes me. Just smelling it takes me back to my massage therapist. The Quiet Brain makes me almost start to fall asleep. It's amazing how beauty products do that, isn't it? How you get into a routine with them and you just sort of start to feel that way when you're using them. And that's the whole reason for it, right? To give us that calming and that beauty, which I think, and I want to say this right off the bat, I think beauty comes from the inside out. I really don't think there's anything that you can put on, slather on, smell, sniff, spray in your hair that is gonna make you beautiful without having a beautiful inner glow. So that said, let's get started with the stuff we can put on. Oh, and by the way, you can hold it all in our Perspection. I love this. So Julie, who invented this entire line, now I only put one of them in the carousel today because I didn't want to have to, 500 of the different, I don't know how many styles there are, probably a dozen different styles. This is a makeup bag. It's a travel companion. It zips up so nothing comes out. You could use it for, like I said, traveling. You could use it to take to the office. I use mine actually has have my makeup in it. This is my everyday one, and I use it for my makeup so that if I need to throw the makeup in the car because I'm going into the studio to shoot, I can take that with me, or take it right out of my purse, put it in the bathroom, and it's here and ready to go. So love that with Perspection. I'll take you on a full tour of that as well. Okay, let's get started, and we're going to break down this beauty regime. Like I said, this is going to be for mainly skincare and little tips, and later on down the line we'll do something with makeup. Pardon me, a little dehydrated today. Okay, let's start. We're going to start first of all with Martino's Talk Dirty to Me. I discovered this in my workplace, and I have to say that I've tried a lot of different shampoos, dry shampoos that is, to use in between shampoos for your hair. And I have really fine hair, lots of it, very thick, and straight as a stick. I mean like straight. So any curl that you see in it has been added to it. In this case, it was added to it yesterday. So what I love about this is that whether you live in a really humid area like I do here in Florida in St. Pete, or whether you are just so busy on the go and you don't want to wash your hair every day because you don't want to dry it out, if you have hair like mine that is fine but thick, could be thin too, gets oily here at the base but dry at the ends, this is a great solution for you. Now, in order of saving my lungs and Jamie's lungs keeps helping me, I'm not going to spray this all over the bathroom because we might fumigate ourselves out of here. But I will tell you, we'll give you a little idea. I like to put it right wherever I need a little lift, right? So let's do this side. So in lieu of hairspray, and I really like this too when I need to get my roots done, just like I need to do now. It's a little bit wet, and if I really wanted to high lift, I would just flip my head upside down and do it that way. But right now, I'm just gonna fluff it a little bit. And it gives you that body, but it does it without that crispy hairspray look. So what I love about that is that it dries it, and I can use it just at the roots, because at the ends I don't need that. I have super dry ends because of processing hair color and all that sort of thing. So I think you kind of get the idea. And look at that, it just falls really naturally. I love the fact that it doesn't leave any color, really doesn't leave any residue. For years I used baby powder, and I thought, really, do you need to have a set dry shampoo that you spend separate amounts of money on? And I have come to the conclusion that yes, you do, because this is worth it. And it is Martino Talk Dirty to Me. Catchy little name, isn't it? And it really does the trick when you want that little pick-me-up. And you can look how fluffy it is on that side. And I have to just even that out. But again, we've got a lot to talk about here, so I don't want to spray that again. So you definitely want to use this with your fan on in the bathroom. Well worth it. Step outside if you need to. I just have a smaller bathroom here, but really highly recommend Martino Talk Dirty to Me if you want to have a great dry shampoo. All right, now let's talk about the other end of our hair. A little hair stuck in my mouth. And that is going to be something for you if, like me, you have really dry ends. Maybe your hair's processed, maybe like me, you use straightening irons or curling tools, or really, even if you use some of the titanium and some of the more safe tools that are out there as far as for your hair, they can still be damaging, because anytime you put heat on there, anytime you put metal on there, it's just going to happen. So, what's the solution? I've found Chi, the Silk Infusion. Now, I've tried a lot of different oils, I've tried a lot of different brands. This just happens to be what works for me. Now, I will say I've had makeup artists and stylists put oil on my hair before they ran a curling tool over it, and honest to God, I found like it crisped my hair and waved my hair. I don't get angry very much, but that was really problematic at the time. So be careful where you use it and how you use it. It didn't happen to me with this particular brand, but I reserve the oil just for my ends. So it's only literally like the last 2 inches of my hair that I use it on. So I just ordered this from Amazon. So you can get some really great values when it comes to the Chi oil. And it's in your carousel now. So if you've never tried it, today would be a great day to try it out for yourself. So here's how I use it. I just took the little lid off of it, the little sticker off of it. So I just use the smallest amount. Just a little, you see that? And I rub it in my hands first so that my hair isn't all filled with oil. And then I just put it right in the ends. And I take it all the way around to the back. And I just kind of, use my fingers to work it through. And sometimes I'll do it even a little bit higher up in the back if it's a little tangled. And then what's nice about this is that it not only gives the illusion of having healthier ends on your hair, but it also helps the separation. If you want it to fall a certain way, or you're trying to, create a different look to it. I wish I could just go back and rewind and show you like a little before and after, just from a couple seconds ago, right? From what it looked like to what it looks like now. So now we've got the Martino Talk Dirty to Me to kind of do the top so that it is sort of dry and holds its place. And then we have the Chi oil to address the ends, so that now it looks good as well. So there you have it, Chi Silk Infusion. Now there's a lot of different types of Chi, and I will say I've tried a few of them. This is my personal favorite. And one time I even by mistake bought a big bottle of another type of Chi, and the Silk Infusion is the one that I recommend, because I tried to use the other one in lieu of this. Not quite the same results. So Silk Infusion, if you want to try doing what I am sharing with you right now. All right, so that is the Silk Infusion. All right, next, let's talk about some fashion secrets. Oh, by the way, your hands will be a little bit oily after rubbing that into your hair. I just use the extra and rub it right into my cuticles. So that way, if I'm ever showing jewelry or I'm showing something that is, needs a close-up of my hands, it's a great little quick fix. And if you don't have oil around, cuticle oil around too, because it will absorb. And even now, just as I'm rubbing it in, I'm finding that my skin is just absorbing it, so it's not as oily as it was even just a minute ago. All right, now let's talk fashion secrets. All right, this is the original fashion tape, the Hollywood Secret. So it comes in a nice little sturdy carry case. And what is it? These are little tape strips that are not like regular tape, not even like double stick tape. I don't even know what the secret bonding agent is in here, but they work like a charm. So if you are, wanting to mend a hem without having the time to actually sew it, or I used these on my daughter's skirt last year for school when she's like, oh mom, my skirt the hem is coming out. It's a great solution for that. So just like you might find like on a Band-Aid kind of product, you have the little tab that you pull, and then this side is sticky, of course, and so is the other side. So then you're going to put it wherever you want. Let's just say I wanted to attach that shirt to maybe my shirt that I have underneath, the blouse that I have underneath. And then you just detach the other side of the tape. I can find the edge of it. A little close. Kind of need a little down. We'll get there. Live TV, right? Live video. Find a little edge. Okay, well, I'll show you this, because what does happen is that, there you go, you can see how it detaches. What's nice about it is that it is actually repositionable. So you see how it's stuck together, but then I was able to open it up again. So, let's do it here. So even though it's super sticky, a lot of times with products like this, you have one shot, and then it's, you know, and then it's done if you didn't get it on there perfectly. What's great about this is that you're not done after that one shot. Oh, no, didn't come back. Yeah, I should have done it so close to my face. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. So now, there we go. And there's this second piece. And you can cut them in half if you only needed, you know, a smaller amount of that. And then now, I'm just going to place it on my blouse. Now the cool thing is, you can also stick it to your skin. So that part I've attached to my skin, that part I've attached to my blouse. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. And you'll be able to see as we continue to talk here that that won't move. So I really love this if you are, you know, you really need something to just kind of stay in place right where you put it. And it's, you know, it's not there like a super glue, but it's there, you know, where it's going to hold it in place, which I really, really like. So that is just a quick little look-see at your Hollywood fashion secrets, fashion tape. So that could be hems, that could be holding, you know, a microphone on, that could be, you know, in this case, for a blouse, you name it, anywhere you need to have the original fashion tape. I love this. I always keep this in my makeup bag when I'm going into the studio, because you just never know when you might need something to, you know, to mend on the go. All right, as we move forward, we're going to talk about Prai. So let's talk about this. I love Prai Skincare. This is an entire line, and Kathy Kangas, who is the originator of this line, I first met, we were chatting actually on Instagram the other night, I want to say 18 or 19 years ago, and I was working at a shopping network, and I was just recalling my conversation the other night, because the lady who brought it in, Deanna, to the shopping network, I think she said she brought it in 2002. So I've known Kathy now since 2002, which is crazy. And the lives that she has touched with this skincare line are countless. It is a line of skincare that is very aware of animal testing, and what's great is that with Prai, you are going to have skincare that really delivers. This is going to be a whole line, but today I'm just going to talk about the Ageless Decolletage cream. And if you are somebody even in your 30s, I think you should start with this. I don't often say should, but I think that it applies here, because I think you'll be glad that you did. You can never start too early with something like this, and it's never too late. With Prai, the Decolletage cream, you'll see, look at that, how thick and how rich and how luxurious it is. So you only need the smallest amount, and this is specially formulated for your neck. What I love about Kathy is that she's given us different creams, different serums for different parts of our body, because you need that. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that back a little bit where I put that fashion tape. You need just the smallest amount, and that might be a little bit much. And then, you know, just put it into that décolletage area. And when I was younger, I thought, oh, you don't need to do anything there. But now, as a woman of a certain age, I'm glad I started when I did. I wish I would have started younger. So, smallest amount, put it in, it smells amazing. And there are some really incredible ingredients here that I'll go into detail in some other videos to share with you about that restore the look of your skin, that can help you hydrate. Hyaluronic acid is in here again to give that plump, beautiful look to your skin. And you just saw me put it on the back of my hands too. Anything extra, I put on the back of my hands because why not, right? You may as well use what you have. So that is the Prai Decolletage cream. And as you can see here in my bathroom, I have it. That's always there. I didn't just put that there for this conversation. So there you have it. Prai Ageless. Love this. Love what Prai stands for when it comes to her passion for dogs and cats and animals, and just really good people and really good products. So I'm sure I'll go into more detail on a future video with Prai. All right, let's now talk about what we're going to do after we have, used some of our serums. And so if you're going outside and you're really fair like me, if you have beautiful, rich, gorgeous color to your skin, this is not for you. This is for you if you need some color. And that is the Clarins self-tanning milk. So this is something that I have used for years and years and years. I actually used a different brand for a number of years until my sister actually turned me on to Clarins. And isn't it great to have sisters that can share beauty secrets, that we can all kind of come together and give each other tips? That's exactly what I'm doing for you here right now, passing on the goodness, right? So this is the Clarins, and you need only the smallest amount. I'm not going to put it on there because it kind of layered on so much stuff, but just the smallest amount, wherever you want to have a little bit of contrast. And years ago, when I had a fantastic mentor who was Miss America in the early 80s, she taught me the power of contouring and using simple little contours on your face. And although that was, a number of decades ago, I still think it rings true today. Some of those tips and techniques, you can customize them for what works for you and what works for current trends. But I certainly think that there is value in some of those lessons, even from years and years ago. So the self-tanner is one of those lessons. I love to use it just on my neck from here down. I love to use it on my arms here if I want to have some contouring, and anywhere else I want to have some shading. So what I like about this is that you can use it and get a little bit of that contrast. Sometimes I'll use it on the side of my face here, sometimes on the top of my forehead. Anywhere the sun would kiss you is what Debbie told me years and years ago. So this allows me, without having to layer on loads of makeup and put on tons of extra powder and layer on top of there, and you look like you have this thick, crazy layer of makeup. It gives you that look and that color, and it really is this sort of soft golden glow. I mean, it's not this, obviously it's going to go with whatever skin tone you have. It's going to transform in that color to mix with whatever your natural skin tone is, and whatever the blend is will become that contrast. But this is a great one if you have light to fair skin, but you also tan sort of easily. I think this is a great one to have. Doesn't have that crazy stinky smell. Even if you get a little sweaty out there doing your gardening or working out, still doesn't have that crazy smell. I don't know about you, but that was a big complaint of mine for years and years when it came to self-tanners. It was like, oh, I just can't stay. You want to be cute, but you don't want to be stinky. So this is a great solution for that with the Clarins. All right. What's nice too is this one has the sunscreen in it as well. All right, so that is our bronzer. Now, let's talk about your skin. Excuse me, I'm so thirsty today. I think I've been just running around like crazy this morning. All right, we have, I think I put the full size in there for you, didn't I? Okay, the Obagi Skincare. I was so excited to find it's here on Amazon. Do you know how hard this is to find in years past? I mean, I would pore over and look for it and just try to find a place to find it, because for a while it was only available in a dermatologist's office, and that's actually where I found it and where I originally started using it. Gosh, I can't even tell you, maybe 16, 17 years ago. The reason why I like the Obagi skincare line is that I don't like to do anything super invasive. I literally waited until I was 40 years old to have Botox for the first time. That's me personally, no judging. You do what you feel like makes you feel beautiful. But for me, I wanted to do the least invasive first. And so I discovered the Obagi line with some friends of mine, some fellow hosts of mine at a shopping network. And what I realized through learning about it, is that it was the only skincare line that I could use regularly that got rid of really dark spots that had been on my face from playing volleyball out in the in the sun years and years. And this line there's several different components to it, but step 1 and step 2 is a really great beginning. So if you have normal to oily skin, I use the foaming gel. There is a gentle cleanser. That's not what I use. I use the foaming gel in the Obagi, and then the toner is the step 2. And so what you want to do with that is put this onto your skin. I may show you toward the end of this video, and I'll just wash off my makeup. So you put it onto your skin, let it sit for about a minute or so, just the cleanser. Then wash it off with water, just splash water, and then let your skin get kind of tacky, and then put the toner on top. So it's not just the product itself, it's how you use the product as well. And I just love Obagi. I know there's lots of changes coming with Obagi. I know there's a new line that's coming out, but this is what I use, so this is what I'm sharing with you right now. And when I find a new favorite or something else comes along that works just as well, then I'm glad to share that with you too. So that is your Obagi, the foaming gel and the gentle toner. All right, scooting right along. Let's talk Estee Lauder. Love this serum. I will say, in my younger days, was out of my reach as far as the price goes. And right now, I will say it's even a bit of a splurge, because it's not the least inexpensive serum that you will ever use. But I do find that the hydration that it gives you, whether it is, in this case on my hand, whether it is under your eye, which is where I love to use it, whether it is maybe you get dry on the sides of your nose, or in between your brow line, or after you have had threading done, or after you've had a waxing done. This just to me is the most amazing restorative serum, and I just love it. So I even have it in the travel size. I don't think I put that in your carousel, the regular size in your carousel. So I will say, so I started off saying that it was a little out of my reach, because it is, it's not the least expensive serum that you're ever going to use. But when you find something that really works, I can say with certainty that it is worth the value. I mean, why try 30 different types of something and spend your money there, when you could spend a little bit more, get something that really delivers and gives you those benefits? And that's for me personally. It might be different, with different skin types, but this has been around for many, many years, and many people swear by it. You can obviously see for yourself with the comments. But what's great about this is that you've got something that is a great moisturizer, a great hydrator, a great plumper, and works in so many different ways. I just put it right on top of the makeup that I have on, and it doesn't, it's not oily, like it's gonna smear that off or wipe that off. It just is a great companion. So whether you're layering it on top, which is not really the preferred method, right? You want to put that on nice clean skin, but it is a great solution, and it is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. So if you want to try it, let me encourage you to add it to your cart. All right, coming up next, let's do a quick little recap because we're now about 30 minutes into our conversation. So I'm going to just kind of remind you about some of the things we've talked about. Starting at the top, talk dirty to me. This is for your hair if you are wanting to have that in between dry shampoo. You can see I put it on this side of my hair. It's given a nice little lift. It still has movement. It's not that weird, hairspray frozen kind of look. And really love this. I've tried lots of different dry shampoos. Even years ago, I would just use baby powder. Nothing wrong with that, but there's some small difference between what baby powder is going to do, which just kind of changes the color a little bit, especially if you have color in your hair like I do. It plays with it a little bit, especially in different light. Not when you have a dedicated dry shampoo, like with the Talk Dirty to Me. I love this. Like I said, I've tried a lot of them. This one just works, and it works for days. So not that we want to talk about not washing our hair for, extended periods of time. However, if you are a busy mom like I am, and if, life just happens that way, or if you, just need to know that this is going to be the solution if you have to go that extra day or two in between washes. So there you have it. All right, now on the other end of the hair spectrum, and that would be the bottom end, we're going to use the Chai Silk Infusion. So this is for you if you have split ends, dry ends, if you have hair that is like mine, color treated maybe for a number of years. Maybe you use heating tools on it or flat iron on it. This is going to be great whether you are 16 or whether you are well into your beauty regime. So what I love is that it gives you the ability to style without having to just use hairspray, and you can see how it kind of allows you to sort of place it where you want it to be. I was kind of doing a little bit of this earlier, and I think you get the idea there of suddenly now it gives the illusion that those ends are not quite as desperately in need of trimming as they actually are. And so if, like me, you're going a little bit farther in between visiting the hair salon and the stylist, this is going to be a great extender. It's also great, I find, just to give the look of healthier looking hair. I love it. And oftentimes I'll use it here as well, because where my hair just gets a little fried from using the tools and heating elements there. But I only use it on the ends. So again, because my hair is oily on the top, I wouldn't ever want to use that closer to the top of your hair, to your roots. You'd want to use that more toward the end of your hair. So that is the Chai Silk Infusion. All right, then we talked about our fashion secrets, Hollywood fashion secrets, with the tape. And as you can see, holding tight. Here is where I've used the tape on my skin so that you can see that you can hold a piece of clothing or whatever the case might be, cloth, to your skin, but also then to fabric on fabric. So I've done that here as well. So that's going to hold tight until I'm ready to take it off. And as a matter of fact, with shirts that I've worn more than once before I send them to the dry cleaner, I'll find a second time that I've maybe put them on that I was like, oh, that tape is still holding that, in between that button in place, and it, could have been a week or so since I've worn that shirt, or or longer if I just wore it for a couple hours and hung it up in the closet. Okay. All right. Good hydration is always good for beauty, right? All right. Now let's talk next about Prai. And a quick reminder, Prai is our Ageless Decolletage cream. We talked about using that in this area. No matter how young you are, you're never too young to begin. And no matter how old you are, it's never too late to start as well with Prai. Great skincare line, great people. If you are looking for a great way to create some tan, or the illusion of tan, here is the Clarins, and that's going to be our self-tanning milk. All right. And then the Obagi, of course, if you're looking for great skincare, this is going to be a great solution for you. Both the foaming gel and the toner available. This is what I use and have used for more than 17, 18 years. for my skincare. It's getting a little warm in our bathroom, so I'm gonna just put on a little powder. I'm just gonna powder down. Now I'm gonna do a whole separate show for you when it comes to makeup. So I'll share with you some of those secrets later on. But full powder, and off we go. All right. We're going to do makeup tips one day, and I'll show you how I've been able to stack and layer makeup for 10 shows in a day. And then finally wash it off and start all over for the next for the next round. But that'll get us through for right now. Okay, now let's talk about Estee Lauder, the Advanced Night Repair. That's the one that I just put underneath my eyes. And I actually had that powder that I just put on a moment ago already on my skin. So you can see that with the Estee Lauder, you can put it right on top of products as well as underneath, and you've got dual benefits there, which is really cool. All right, now let's move forward. What's coming up next? We're going to talk about one of my favorite tools. This is going to be a great little beauty gadget that is going to allow you to have beautiful brows, no matter whether you just got back from the salon and you want to do a little touch up yourself, or whether you are in between having your brows done with threading like I do, or whether you maybe pluck them yourself with tweezers. This is going to be a great solution for you. So as you can see, it just folds right into place and then opens up. And then now I'll show you how you can use this. Okay, let me just put a little more powder on. It's getting warmer in here. You wouldn't normally powder down before you would use it. Just a little warm in our bathroom. Okay, so you can either, if you want to use it on the baby hairs on the top, you can do that. Or, this is the real key, I think. You want to use it underneath. So go really slowly and gently at first. I don't have a lot of hair to take out of there because I've already used this. But you can angle it, because of the angle, you can angle it right around the shape of your eyebrow, which is really super cool. So I think you'll really like that. And again, you want to just move it ever so gently on your skin, and you'll be able to just have that perfect curvature around. So if you're looking for something that you can do at home, where you don't have to go to the salon, or maybe in between as well, this is going to be a great solution for those brows. Love it. Okay, if like me, you have worn acrylic nails or nails of any sort with the dip, there's so many different kinds, right? And you find you always need something in between. I took off my acrylic nails for the first time in more years than I care to talk about, 30 some years. And this little gadget is something that I've had in my toolkit for decades, because there's always that teeny little hangnail, and then you're tempted to pull it, and so it's well worth investing in a salon quality little clippers that are specifically made for those cuticles. Don't cut them too far, don't cut into them, just a teeny little a grab for whatever is that, that hangnail, and this is going to take care of it. So really important to have the right tool for that. I think these two tools are probably absolutely a key for you to have in your beauty regime and in your beauty collection, because sometimes there's just no workaround if you don't have the right tool. So these are the right tool for very specific jobs. They're not going to work, in all places all over your body, but when you need them, you're going to want to have them. So great options for you there. All right, now let's talk about some restorative beauty, right? Let's talk about some things that are getting warm in here. Let's talk about some things that can give you the feeling of rest, the feeling of rejuvenation, and that is the Ageless oil. This particular oil, this particular brand I'm sharing with you now, because it was introduced to me more years than I care to talk about, with Cherie, my massage therapist, for a number of years when I lived in Nashville. And I didn't even know what it was the first few times when she was using it during the massage. And then finally I asked her, I was like, what is that amazing scent that helps me relax when I'm in here? And she said, it's Ageless oil. So the particular proprietary blend that is in here, I don't have memorized. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it's a beautiful aromatherapy. You can use it as an inhalant. It's relaxing. I just find it to be beautifully soothing. And how cool is it that it's available for you on Amazon, right? So if you're just looking for something relaxing, I know there's lots of essential oils out there. I have lots and lots of favorites. This is one that has been in sort of my beauty regime and collection for a number of years, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today. So that is the Ageless oil. All right, now, who likes to save a dime now and then, right? We all do, of course. Well, one of the biggest brands, I think, in beauty has been L'Oreal for how long now? I mean, years and years and years. I used to use a lot of very expensive hair care products, and it was brought to my attention that there's nothing wrong with that. However, if I wanted to save a dime here and now, and again, this would be a great solution. It's L'Oreal's Nature's Therapy Mega Moisture. I have given this in gift bags. I have turned my, one day at Flag at school, there was a mom asking me about, what do you do with your hair? It's always so shiny. I was like, you'll never guess. I use Mega Moisture from L'Oreal. It is, I just think, such a great secret. I want to just tell everybody about it because it is so affordable. Now, it is a deep moisture conditioner. However, I use this for my daily moisturizer, or, well, as we talked about with the dry shampoo, I don't shampoo my hair daily, but I use it when I do shampoo every 2 or 3 days. This is going to be the conditioner that I use as the companion for the shampoo. So, look how thick that is. Can you see that? I mean, it's just amazing, the richness that's in there. It's almost like a paste. It's give you an idea. But it rinses out beautifully, and it has the most beautiful aroma to it. And if you're looking for something, again, that is something that you could use every day or every 2 or 3 days, if you have, dry hair, I don't use it, by the way, at the very top of my head because I have oily hair on top and color treated hair. So I use it, mainly from here down, and then a little extra in the ends. And then, of course, I complement that with a tea oil should I need to have that little extra, 1-2 punch on the ends of my hair when it is particularly damaged or in need of a cut, or, getting those split ends from using styling tools and heating elements. So there it is from L'Oreal. One of my best tips for you to use if you're looking for something super affordable and really delivers on the promise. All right, and now I'm going to round out by sharing with you a great idea for a good night's sleep. This is actually from a friend of mine who was a former host with me for years back in Nashville and on the shopping channel there and millions of homes. And she has developed this line that is available for you here on Amazon out of a personal need and necessity. It's called Quiet Brain. And she is a mother of, Laura, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, I think 7. And now a grandmother, and you would never know by looking at her, she was very young, grandmother. And she developed this because she had trouble sleeping. So she took some, and her journey is amazing. I'm not going to tell it for her. I'm going to bring her on and we're going to share this story together for you. And I'll let her share the journey because it's such a empowering journey that she has on this. And the fruition of that journey has been the Quiet Brain that really delivers on, in my opinion, giving you a great night's sleep. So there are all kinds of articles that you can read on her store here on Amazon. It is in the carousel for you. I suggest if you want to try something that is something that you don't have to put into your mouth, this is going to be a great option for you. Quiet brain for a great night's sleep. And here's how you're going to use it. This particular one comes with a roller ball. Now, when Laura taught me how to use it, what she said is this. I've got my AirPods in, by the way, so you can hear me, and I've got the microphone. So you're going to use it right on the back of where the base of your skull meets your neck. So kind of in your hairline, almost, right in there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Right in there, just a little. Oh, I should have put it on in the middle of the day because it really works. So it has a beautiful scent that is unlike any other blend that I've smelled in aromatherapy and aroma oils. And it really works. I have to tell you, it really has worked for me. Beauty products are going to be something that I think you have to, try and see for yourself and see if it works for you. But if you want to have that beautiful night of sleep, which is, as we all know, just like getting lots of hydration, key to being beautiful, then I would highly recommend trying Quiet Brain. You can put it right into your cart and try it for yourself. And I'm going to call Laura and see if she'll come do a fun little Amazon Live with me. That way she can personally, answer any questions that you may have as well. All right, so let's just recap. These are, I forgot, it's Jamie. Jamie's here helping me out, talking beauty. She's like, don't forget about Perspection. This is a line of makeup bags. There's some larger bags. I'll talk to you about those at some point in the future probably. But this particular line with Perspection are the makeup cases, and this is the only one I put into your carousel. There are different colors that are available for you. This is the one I use every single day. This is the one that has my makeup in it. I know a little bit of my makeup in the sink that you can't see right in front of me. But what I love about Perspection is that this is collapsible. So if you don't need, hello Dallas. Oh, no. We're living live here. It's just the way it goes. So this is a great makeup bag that is collapsible. Dallas, what you doing? Where's Victoria? You need her? We'll round out here. Okay, Dallas, I'm almost done. If you're a dog lover like me, please forgive me. And if you're not, please forgive me as well. So this particular makeup bag is going to be unique in that it has two large zipper pockets on either side, on the inside. Here and here, you can see them. And then you've got the inside pockets. So maybe this is for your brushes, and this is for your compacts. Maybe this is for your larger pieces or your hair tools. And so mirrored on both sides, you get two pockets here and the big zipper pouch here. And then you have this expandable pocket on the side here. So like for mine, I'll show you. I use that side pocket for my little fragrances that I like to travel with. So you can probably put something into every little pocket so you have a space for everything. Everything has a space. You know exactly where you want it to be. And then on the outside, you've got some nice little pockets as well. So this is great if you're gonna want to have something that you grab really quickly on the outside, or maybe that's for your brushes. You choose how you want to use it. And then it opens up here, look at that, and it zips. Now, if you have ever had a makeup bag in your purse, in your car, sitting next to you on the passenger seat, and you tap on those brakes and the makeup goes flying all over the front passenger floorboard, then you're going to realize just what a great little finishing touch that is, to have that zipper on the top that finishes it off. So I love that. It's also great because you can use these in different ways. It doesn't just have to be for a makeup bag. This could be for a travel bag that goes with you. When I was going into the studio every day, 5 times a day, and I would have all of my supplies for the shows in there. I would have my little fashion tape, and I would have my little scissors. I would have my little clippers, my little nail clippers, and my audio equipment for an IFB cable, and and just all those little miscellaneous things. So it could be for a makeup bag, it could be for a an overnight bag. What I like too is that you can even use it in your drawer as a drawer organizer for maybe your nighttime regime, and then you take it out, and there you have your cleanser and your toner and your Decolletage cream, and whatever it is, it's all in one little area. If you have a tween, if you have a teenager, if you're thinking of a great idea as a gift, I just love this. And Julie, who is the designer, I had the good fortune of getting to know a little bit a few months ago, and she really put her heart into designing these. She saw a need and she wanted to fill it, and I love that. I admire, just like Laura with the Quiet Brain, I admire women who are going out there and making a difference, seeing a need and filling it, creating something that is going to be helpful for all of us, and doing it with integrity and great pricing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a low price. It has to be value, in my opinion, to really deliver on that promise of integrity. And I think that's what Julie has done here in her line of bags. So I put into the carousel for you the black one with the leopard print because it's super popular. This is one that I have. There are various other colors that you, of course, can find on Amazon. I think you will love this and use it time and time again. Again, it's collapsible, but yet it pops open, holds its place, has all those pockets on the inside, all the pockets, additional pockets on the inside, the elasticized pockets on the end, the zip closure on the top, up here. Let me find it. Oh, that little tab twisted around, easy peasy, because I know it's very easy to zip that. There you go. And you're good to go. And then these, if you want to, when you open it up, if you want to actually hold that outer fabric in place, you can just snap it and hold it right in place. So it's very tidy. She's thought of everything when it comes to the detail and the design that she's put together here, which I love. I love the ingenuity of that particular bag. Now, let's see it in action, right? I'm just gonna tilt this down a little bit. Hello, Dallas. He's playing with this, my little dog. Let's just fill it up with a quick recap for you of my beauty favorites that we have shown you. So we'll see if they can all fit. We'll start with the largest first. So in no particular order, here we have the L'Oreal Mega Moisture Nature's Therapy right into our purse section. So that's number one. Now let's go to our next biggest one here is probably the Cheese Silk Infusion. So quick reminder, it's Cheese Silk Infusion. That's for the ends of your hair. That's how I use it to kind of hide the look of split ends and protect it as well. So that's the Silk Infusion. Now let's do the Martino Talk Dirty to Me. That is a great daily shampoo, dry shampoo to use in between your actual shampoo. I love this. I love the fragrance. I love the fact that it really holds and gives you some nice body. I used it a little bit earlier, and I will just say this as we're rounding out. It stays in there, but it doesn't stay super crunchy like a hairspray. But you can see, even as I just kind of tease my hair a little bit, it has a lift to it, and that's because of just that little amount that I put in there about an hour ago. So love that, and it's going to stay and it's going to hold. So there is, that one will probably end up laying down, but for now, let's leave it standing up as we're building out inside our purse section. Okay, let's put the Obagi in there. Great daily skincare for the foaming gel if you're looking for a great cleanser to use every day, as well as the toner. They go hand in hand. I wouldn't use one without the other. And then our Clarins for your skin bronzer. So if you want to have that self-tanner, great way to go. Stay out of the sun, take care of your skin, but still have that sun-kissed look. Let's see how much, I didn't practice this ahead of time to see if this would all fit in here. So we'll just kind of do this together. All right, then let's add in our Prai Decolletage cream. and that is specifically designed for your throat and your décolletage, and that is something you can never start too young, and it's also never too late to start as well, to start using. So then, let's start to see, our next biggest item would be the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I just use this a little bit underneath my eyes. I love using it on the back of my hands. You can layer it together with different items. Right here, I get that number 11. I like to put it right on there as well. You choose right here, you know, depending on where your skincare area is that you want to target. This is a great way to go with the Estee Lauder Nighttime Repair. All right, now let's get down to it. To shape your eyebrows, you can use, I'm not even using the pockets in this Perspection right now. So this, I'm going to put this little tool into one of the side pockets into the Perspection, which I love. And then those nail clippers, I can put right into another side. I want to have that, right? You'd want to have these in a separate little area because they are sharp on the ends. So what's nice about Perspection is that you've got those little pockets to put the items that are sharp and to group items together that you would want to group and have to use together. So the two oils that we have, the Oldest oil and the Quiet Brain, I'm going to put those together in the little area off to the side with a pouch so that I know exactly where those are. So a place for everything in its place. And then finally, yeah, I think that's everything we've talked about. That is the Hollywood Fashion Tape, which, by the way, is still holding to my skin here and still holding to my shirt here. And, you know, obviously you would expect it to hold for an hour, but it could hold a whole lot longer than that. And I would forget that it's even there until I went to sleep tonight. It's amazing that it really continues to hold for such a long time. So if you really want to mend a hem or hold a certain outfit in place, this is going to be a great suggestion for you. That is the Hollywood Fashion Tape. And let's just have a home for everything, and everything finds a home right in here. We will lay down our Talk Dirty to Me with our dry shampoo. And now, check it out. I'm going to just zip it up. And all of the products that we've talked about in this last hour are right here inside our Perspection and ready to go. So it holds a whole lot of beauty products. And so I'll round out with Perspection for you, which is the travel bag that you can use as a makeup bag that you can use in so many different ways for your skincare regime, your makeup regime. You know, could be just for your wallet and your goodies to change out from purse to purse. So this is Leah Little. I'm going to sign off for now, and I hope you enjoy some new beauty finds here, and I will see you tomorrow with